And what? Republicans?
Gay
They
sex.
gay sex?
Nothing. It's not
Really
news.
nothing important. I mean, they're not. No one's being saved because no one's being saved. Nobody's life is being bettered.
Oh, this trash Obama.
They're just trash Obama. They're just the diversion. They're just diverting them. Like I think the Republicans really messed up big time. I mean, come on. Remember when Ebola came out? It was Ebola for like 2 straight weeks. I mean, Ebola's a bad disease. We're America. We have access to like the greatest. We have access to all the medical, supplies. We have access to the greatest technology. Why are we focused on Ebola when it's not even airborne? It's not even a contagion in the air. I mean, they really fucked up. The Republicans are about to really screw this up. This country is done. I mean, I'm not trying to be a conspiracy theorist or anything, but real talk, I'm really looking into finding another country to live in because how long can America stay on top? We've been on top for, I mean, what the last the greatest country before us was what? England. They were on top for what? 2 centuries tops, right? Right? They fell apart. We're America. We're falling apart quicker because we're not gonna be together like the Roman Empire. Because back then, when you had a team, you had a team. Roman Empire had scheme. They ran things for centuries, but it's not gonna be like that. We're sending all our jobs overseas. We're like number 49. I don't know what number we are in education. We suck in education. We don't make anything anymore. So how long will we be number one? All these other countries are creeping up on us. China, they're number one in the rankings. I really don't. I really hope they don't take over.
Trying to take live that long.
I mean, they lead a hard. Look, I don't know Chinese people, but from what I'm gathering and from what I can gather off of, just you know, they lead a horrible existence. I'm just saying, they treat their people like shit. You can't say anything against the government. They die at an early age. I mean, they're messing with chemicals that shouldn't be messing with, so they all got cancer. All I'm saying is, I don't think they should lead the world. Now that's just a joke. I don't really seriously think that, but I seriously think that no, Chinese shouldn't rule the world. I don't think that. If anybody else can rule the world, it can't be them. It can't be them. We should stay number one. The Japanese, yeah, I can do Japanese. They kind of got Americanist values. I don't think they'll fuck the world up too much. They won't fuck the world up that much, but the Chinese no. But it's gonna happen, and they're gonna bomb America. I don't want to be here for that. I don't want to be here for that. Maybe Canada. Canada. I go to Canada. I live in Japan. Africa, the Middle East is just off limits. I don't know if you gathered from my voice, but I'm a black guy. And just I don't have anything against Africans or or the land. It's the land. It's just the things that can happen to you in Africa just make it not appealing. It's just not even off like racism. Like, oh, I don't like Africans. I don't like Africans. Just think about how many ways can you die in Africa. Think about it. A lion, a hyena, a buffalo, a rhinoceros. That's just animals. Let's hippopotamus. You could die by just being outside in the sun and you ain't got no water. I mean, diseases, Ebola, malaria. Uh, on a human level, you got mercenaries and you got revolutionaries.
AIDS.
You got AIDS, as my brother had pointed out. That's the big one. You got AIDS. I mean, come on, they don't sell condoms. I mean, it's just so many ways to get set up. It's easy. It's like an alley oop. You set them up, alley oop. I mean, come on. All they gotta do is finish. There's too many ways to die in Africa, which is why I don't want to live there. I don't want to live in a world where I don't know the statistics, but what 2 out of 5 people have AIDS. That's not a good statistic. That's not a good statistic. And then I mean, I've heard that it's a sign of weakness to use condoms. No, it's not good. Not a good thing. Not a good thing. Come on, man. You playing Russian roulette every time you have sex? Nah, nah. So you can't move to Africa. You can move to Japan. I love Japan. I love anime. I love video games. I mean, the birth rate's going down. The age rate is incredibly low. It's awesome, right? You live there. I mean, you got to deal with tsunami, but I mean, hey, every area has something bad that happen. I live in North Carolina. We get hurricanes every year, so I mean, hey, just move inland. Move inland. try to be in the middle of Japan. That ain't gonna work. I want to move to Tokyo. Where's Tokyo? Like, ain't they like on the edge? Ain't they like on the edge of the coast? You don't really know. It's like the edge. Let me look at Tokyo. Tokyo is like on the edge. Where's Tokyo? You want to live? You want to move to somewhere that's industrial? Who wants to live in rural Japan? I come from rural United States. I don't want to move to rural Japan. Where is it on the map? My point is, I don't really have any skills. I need some skills because, the end is near for America. So I gotta either start walking again or get enough money where I ain't gotta live here anymore. Just saying. Yeah, Tokyo's that's tsunami. That's if a tsunami happened, it's in the inland enough where you won't die, I don't think. But then you gotta deal with earthquakes. But I'm willing to take that risk. Canada has health care for the citizens. In Europe, you gotta be kind of careful when you go to Europe. I'm a black guy, but I don't know how we're received over there in Europe. I'm just saying, I don't think it's certain areas in Europe you don't want to go to. I don't want to go to. I go to Italy. I go to Spain. England. I live in England. All right, I live in England. I've seen black people who live in England, but Spain, Italy, it's kind of like iffy right there. You don't know. I don't think they're gonna do anything to me. But you never know. Middle East, who want to move there? Middle East. I know there's comedians. Like I was watching Jim Jeffries. I was watching legit, just watching him go to Afghanistan. That's cool, but I don't understand why you would even put yourself in that kind of danger. That's rough. I don't even understand why people live there. If I was from there, I would do anything I could to just never come back ever. I don't even know what. They always fighting. Why are they fighting? There's nothing there but sand. Why are we fighting? We should be working together to make the plants come back. That's all I'm saying. Where else could you live? Australia.
Canada.
I said Canada. Australia. I've heard. I don't know how true this is. I've heard that Australians are racist. I don't know how true that is. I mean, but then black people over there to begin with. So yeah, New Zealand. Nah, that's
Houston.
Houston. Nigga, that's America.
Or you talking about country?
I want to get out. Other than the United States, where would you want to live? Russia? Hell no, too cold. Right? Too cold. You don't want to move to Russia. And then plus it's cold and everybody's angry. So, and they don't play over there. You mess around, mess up there, they'll pop you. China, nah. I love Asia, but Japan is really the place where I can go and I can chill in Japan. You don't want to Korea? Nah, I don't want to touch them. I'd go to Vietnam. I'd
Right.
visit. I visit. Is it South Korea? South Korea. Um, where else would I live? I don't know. Singapore, they're kind of harsh. China's kind of harsh. Thailand is just so many. Their women are beautiful, but there's just so many diseases.
Well, in this city.
I saw the Hangover too. Bangkok has them now. I don't want that to happen to me. I don't. I don't. Yeah, isn't it great how I could just base all my beliefs in I can base what I think about people based on what I see on television. It's real wrong. They're probably great people over there, but look, people stereotypes exist for a reason. I don't get upset when people make stereotypes about black people. When I mean by people, I mean white people. Because hey, let's face it, I know black people, and some of us do that shit. Some black people steal. Black people sell crack. But not all of us do. That's the thing. When you do stereotypes, you just gotta know that stereotypes exist for a reason because there are people in a certain demographic who do those things. But not all. You can't say all black people do those things. They don't. All black people can't play basketball. But there are a large majority of us who do play basketball. And a lot of us who are good at it. I'm not in that demographic. I love basketball. I suck at basketball. I suck. I make white people look good. I suck at basketball. I am bad. And it's even bad to say that white people are bad at basketball. Because there's a lot of white guys who are awesome at basketball. But that's just the stereotype. White man can't jump. Oh, white man can't jump. Well, look, this black man can't jump. So, that's how you do, Wow, I kind of like touched on a lot of things today. I talked about my sports, how, you know, the Lakers suck. I talked about, what I want to do in my life and how I generally have no skills. But I need a skill because, when the apocalypse comes, I need to be able to at least shoot a gun. I mean, because I'm in a wheelchair. And so, what do I do? What do I do if the world ends? I can't move. I'm done. Either some demon from hell is gonna eat me, a lion, some cannibals. It's over. I think about that. That's the crazy thing about this injury. You sit here and you think about ways you could die. You got to because I mean, this fills up a lot of time. And I had a dream one time where I was in a wheelchair and all of a sudden, for no reason, this tiger gets out and he starts running with us. I'm with my brothers and they're pushing me in the wheelchair. We're trying to get away. I got three brothers. Now, what happens is for some reason there's this gate. And in the dreams make no sense, but this gate was infinitely long. There was no way around it. The only way to get away from the tiger was up and over. Well, my brothers abandoned me. And there was no way for them to get me over the fence. And I kind of felt sorry. I understood. You got to save yourself. But, at the end of the dream, I'm getting mauled by this tiger. And I'm like, at the end and back of my head, like, come on, guys, it's fucked up. You couldn't throw me over the fence? No, they couldn't throw me over the fence. They had to save themselves. And the tiger kills me. That's what I think about. I'm fear, like, um, let's just say I was in a car accident. My accident happened. I rolled over. But, I kind of got to kind of fear cars. I'm not afraid to get in cars to drive. But I do think, like, I see everything when I'm in a car. Like, I see that ice. I see that sharp turn. I got, like, when it comes to being in a car, I'm psychic. I know everything is about to happen. So I know, if slow down. If we hit this trajectory, we might flip over. I don't like people nodding. I hate it. When I get on the public transportation in this area that I live in, there's always that lady who's like dead tired because they don't pay her none, but she's got to work like 18 hours and she's always nodding at the wheel. That drives me fucking insane. Fucking insane. I can't stand it because I feel like I'm about to die. But let's just say that I do get another car accident, which is one of the fears of mine. And I'm upside down. I don't get more injured or anything, but what do I do? What if I'm in the woods and can't nobody hear me? I'm gonna starve to death. I think about these things. If a dog, I'm like dogs. I hate dogs. They terrify me. Since I was a little boy, I've been scared of dogs. I don't like them. I don't want to get bit. But what if a dog, a pit bull, a rabid pit bull, or a Rottweiler, just a random dog who just wanted to bite something, just came up in the road, and my whole body. When you're in a wheelchair, your whole body's open. I don't have no strength. The dog wants to maul me. I mean, I could turn the chair, but the time for this slow ass chair to turn, he's already on my neck. I'm dead. Bam. So, I gotta either learn how to walk, be super strong in the wheelchair, but it's not gonna happen because I'm real lazy and I'm probably gonna be this strength for the rest of my life. So, jeez, I talked about being mauled, skills, moving to a safe area. That's basically it. I want to do something to make money that I'm good at, but I don't want to get mauled by a tiger. But, I want to move out of America because I don't want to, I'm dead weight. If our house burnt down right now, there's nothing I can contribute to the process of moving out of the house. There's nothing. They basically got to throw me out the house, and I'm just laying on the ground. I can't even sit up on my own. You hear this, people? You hear this? I'm spazzing. But yeah, I'm all over the place. I'm new to this, guys. Bear with me. I'm new to this, but I got nothing. I'm out of it. I'm out. That's basically everything that I want to talk about. Next step in my little process, I want to find an open mic, roll myself on the stage, get in the wheelchair, and get heckled. Because I'm gonna get. I'm gonna bomb. Oh, I can't wait. I'm gonna bomb miserably. I'm gonna bomb. I know I'm gonna bomb, but I just want to get it out the way. I don't want to get hyped up and just kill it on stage, and then when the bombing comes, I have that Kramer reaction, not Kramer moment, but Kramer reaction. You know who I am. I don't really want to be a movie star or anything like that, or be on TV. They make the money. I wouldn't mind being on a show here and there, get a little episode here and there. Bob and weave, Bob and weave. I don't want my own TV show. I don't want to, I don't want a commitment. That's what life is about. Excuse me, dodging as many commitments as you can. Excuse me. While still trying to be honest. You know, you dodge the commitments. You committed to what's important, what you need to be committed to. Marriage is a commitment I want to be bonded to. Even before my accident, it's just, why would you want to get married? There's a lot. I don't think people realize how difficult marriage is. Like what you got to go through. You understand, you realize that once you get married, you have to live with this person every day of your life. You can't just decide, hey, you can. It's called divorce. Or it's called walking out of your family. But you just can't be like, hey, I don't want to do this anymore. What? What are you talking about? I don't want to. You annoy me. I didn't know it was gonna be this annoying. You annoy me. You take up all the space in the bed. You don't have sex when I want you to have sex. You don't do anything I tell you to do. I don't want to do it anymore. So I'm out. I'm out. That's like the tactless way to just say I want to cheat on you. I guess. I mean, you think a guy like me? I mean, I'd be begging to be married, but no, I don't. I'm in a wheelchair. I'm not getting any ass. But hey, I'd rather do that than not be committed. I mean, come on. My parents, out of all the people I know, they got one of the better marriages, and they fuss all the time. They fuss, not all the time. When they fuss, they have like these little moments where they're good, and then they have like a little. They'll have like a phase where they just fuss a lot over everything. That's basically marriage in a nutshell. And people don't realize that. That's what marriage is. You're fussing. It's one big argument that's never solved or resolved. You just keep arguing until you either divorce, split up, or you die. That's basically marriage. And probably one day I'll do it, but now, nah, I don't want to do that. Nah, I want to live the dream. Bang girls, drink, tell jokes. Yes, really. That's my little sister in the background. Really? Yes, really. That's what I want to do. That's my dream. Real talk. My real dream is to be like immortal. Not immortal. Like I want to have like Wolverine powers where I could just say whatever I want, and if I got shot, I could heal from it. But the only downside to that, if somebody gets smart, or if that's somebody who's a professional killer, he could just be like, oh, he can't die from a gunshot wound. All right, take him up, put some cinder blocks on his legs, and throw him in the river. Now I can't die, but now I got this Pirates of the Caribbean situation where I'm at the bottom of the ocean for eternity, and I don't want that. So I gotta kind of sort of be like, you gotta be on your A game. Be immortal, but don't tell anybody you're immortal. If the bullet comes, it comes. You heal, you get up, you shake yourself off, you walk off. You're good. Nobody needs to know that. I got other dreams, but I can't really tell them right now because I have a little sister in this room who's only 11 years old. Why are you in here? No, you can't. Get out. I'm doing my show. I'm trying to live the dream. I'm trying to live the dream. Nah. I'm gonna get off in a few minutes, guys. And
You get your water?
yeah, so now you've basically entered the life of Philip Brown. It's not much of a life, but it's a wacky one at that. If I had to base my life, I'm basically a slacker in a wheelchair. Yes, this is my other brother. I have three of them. I have three brothers and a sister. Yes, I'm podcasting right now. It's going well. I'm just ranting. Where's my enthusiasm? This is my enthusiasm. Would you want me to be happy? Hey guys, this is the podcast. No comedian is like that. Most comedians are miserable. Am I miserable? On the inside, deep inside, I cover it with a lot of smiles. For the most part, I'm upbeat. But yes, I mean, come on, look at me. I'm in a wheelchair. Who isn't? What guy in a wheelchair is miserable? I'm optimistic. I have a good outlook on life. But yes, I'm close the door. They don't need to hear this. Come on, I'm in a wheelchair. I'm 25 years old. I'm still living with my parents. Sounds like a recipe for misery if I ever heard one. But no, I'm a happy guy. I'm generally an upbeat guy. If you talk to my friends, I haven't spoken to any of them in 2 years. Because I mean, come on, it's nothing. We don't have anything in common anymore. They've either they've got kids or they got married or if they were successful, and then now they're living their careers. And I've basically have been, finessing for the past, I want to say 3 years. I got in an accident, got in rehab, started rehabbing, went back to school, but like an idiot, I didn't do the online process. I don't even want to talk about that. I'm an idiot. That's another thing you'll learn about me while we do this show, of how much of an idiot that I am. I'm dumb. I'm stupid. But now I'm trying to go back to school the right way, online, the way God intended for quadriplegics to go to school. I don't know why I don't know. I thought I could go to school in my wheelchair, but all the obstacles in this area. Anyway, moving on to the last segment of the show. I think we're 40 minutes in. I don't wanna like steal jokes or steal format. I watch Bill Burr's podcast a lot. I'm not trying to steal his format. I watch podcasts, and comedians, some comic comedian. I'm not gonna say comedian connoisseur, but a comedy connoisseur, if you will. You know, I like all things funny. I even watch anime comedy. It's hilarious. You should check it out. For those of you who are interested. Another thing you'll learn about me during this podcast, I'm a nerd. Whatever. What do you want to do? What do you want from me? I'm a nerd, but I'm not like that. Pocket protector nerd. I don't have any glasses. I don't have an awkward laugh. I'm not awkward around people. I'm great around people, but I'm a nerd. So basically, I'm an idiot. I'm a nerd. I'm kind of smart, but I'm not smart. I don't have. It was a thing growing up. People always tell me, Philip, you got books, but you don't have any fucking common sense. I don't have any common sense. But I have the potential to be a genius, but I'm lazy. It was at one point in my life where I was trying to be cool, so I just dumbed it down, which is what a lot of. I'm not gonna speak for everybody, but I think some black people do it. I'm not saying that that's what we do. Hey, backtracking a lot, Phil, but that's what I did. I wanted to be cool. People called me a nerd, so I started trying to act like a thug. And I got to college, and I realized it's a lot of hard work. I think if I would have stayed on the straight and narrow, I probably would be a doctor right now. But given my personality, it's erratic at best. It's very erratic. I have a very erratic personality. I was bound. I was bound. It was bound to fall apart. The ship was bound to crash. Wow. I thought I was going to degrade myself for the past several minutes. Well, let me see. Is there anything else I should do in this introduction of myself? Nah, I think that's it. Like candy. I feel they're all gonna study. They know you're nerd. They know you like anime. You know. They know you want to go on stage. And I think I'm done, guys. I think I'm done. This is gonna be the first one I'm posted. Maybe on YouTube. I might not. I might do this all over again. Who knows? But yeah, that's the Philip Brown's podcast. Philip Brown podcast. And I don't know. We're gonna try this again. I like it. I like what I just did. It might have sucked, but who cares? All right, guys. I'm out.